खण्डमण्डलाकारं व्याप्तं येन चराचरं तत्पदं दर्शितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनं शलाकया चक्षुरुमिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुर्साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः। We are here for Gurupurnima. I want to make it very clear to you that Gurupurnima is not concerned only with M, who is sitting here. Gurupurnima is celebrated in all parts of India, nowadays also in many parts of the world, paying respects and giving thanks to all the great teachers who have existed since the beginning of time. It's not just this M who is sitting here, for whom the Gurupurnima is a larger concept. It means for all the great Gurus, starting with Adinath, Shri Guru, Shiva, Krishna as Jagat Guru while teaching the Gita. All the great teachers, including the great Christ who walked in the streets of Jerusalem. This is meant for all the Gurus. We are just remembering the essence of teacherhood, let's put it that way. And all the Gurus who have been with us from time immemorial, they all bow down to the Supreme Being as the Guru. Nobody who doesn't bow down to the Supreme Being. In fact, according to us, it is the Supreme Reality, whatever be the name you want to use, which manifests itself in a teaching mode in somebody who you called a Guru. So this man sitting here is not so important as that which manifests itself as a teacher through this form. Not this. Don't get too dependent on this, because after a few years this will also disappear. All great teachers have gone. Sri Guru Babaji is a different matter. All teachers. So after some time, this fellow will also disappear. So then how will you conduct yourself? Will you always be dependent on me who is sitting here? Or will you develop some system by which you are independent and are able to handle it yourself? This is a key issue to be worked out. Don't worry, I am not in a hurry to go, but there's a lot of work to do. But eventually we need to go. So, this is what I want you to think about. And when you say you're following the teachings, it doesn't mean that you can sit every day and close your eyes hours together, not that the mind is still, and then think that you have done the job. The spiritual teaching includes looking after people who are less privileged and who are suffering. Unless you do that, I don't think you can sit and meditate. It's not possible. Well, you can go into a hypnotic trance and think that you have gone into meditation. But you have to improve your life. You have to become less self-centered. Move outside yourself. when we say that the Guru is all pervading, Akhanda Mandalakaram, Vyaptam Yena Characharam, which means it's available in all the things that are on this earth, pervading everywhere. Is it enough if we simply chant it? Or don't you think we should also slightly move from our center and expand as much as we can? The more you expand, more I look at you as me, the more I am going nearer to the Guru. Simply by washing my feet and drinking the water, nothing will. So I might have a skin disease. You might be sitting like this. So the most important thing is to understand what we have to do, how we have to do, and how we should lead our lives. So can you keep this in mind? Then now Gurupurnima is sorted out. You know what is Purnima? The moon. When it is full. The daytime you can't see the Purnima. Night, yesterday we saw it hiding behind the trees. We are saying, can we see it also during the day and not only during the night? Is it possible to see that moon shining in our hearts? If we can, then we are moving towards the teachings. To love my own child and to look after my child, it's all great, it's wonderful. The monkeys also do that. No big deal, it's built in biologically. It's a chemical process. There's not much love involved actually. It's like sex. When the hormones increases, you say, I'm in love. Suppose I say I love my neighbor's child. That is something. Then I'm moving out from my center. I'm not saying you shouldn't look after your children. Please do. I do look after my kids. Sometimes even if they're grown up, you feel like looking after them. That's a different matter. I'm only saying that all animals do that, including the gorillas and the monkeys. No big deal. It's built in. What is also built in and which is not evident is that I'm ready to look after somebody else's child. So the moment the human being moves from looking after only what is mine to also looking after that which is not mine, then in the larger context, that is mine. It is not mine. That's also mine. So when I say I, normally I say I. You think that I'm talking about this I? When I say I mean you. So if you say that you consider me as a guru, suppose, or a teacher, and continue to lead a life which is diametrically opposite to what I teach, since you have said I am your guru and I have accepted it, what you have to think is the effects of what you do may not affect you, it may affect me. Fortunately, you have broad shoulders, not to worry. But I'm just saying. So when you do something which you think is, this is not what M says, then understand that you are in a way lucky. The effect is not going to come to you, it's going to come to me. So if you feel bad, don't do it. I'm saying he's already 69 years old. How can he carry any more things? Have good. What I'm trying to say is be also kind to me. This is Gurupurnima. I'm trying to be kind. Be also kind to me. This is very important to note. The other thing is, since I learned and walked and slept and studied with a great teacher like Maheshwarnath Babaji, my teaching mode is like, even though now there are so many people and it's difficult to meet people one-on-one, I have a one-on-one relationship with everybody sitting here. Believe me. It's not, I don't consider you one crowd of people are sitting here. I have a one-on-one relationship. I'm confessing this to you, it's a fact. I know what she's thinking. I know what she's thinking. I know what Nandu's thinking. Because what happens after a while, that doesn't mean you should advertise. Oh, hello, I know what is. Not like that. Then nobody will speak to you. Oh, he knows. What I mean to say is, from our understanding, there is only one mind. There are no many minds. There are only one mind. There is only one mind. We have divided it into my mind, your mind, his mind, her mind. The moment you begin to understand this fact that there is only one mind and that it manifests through different centers in different ways, then what happens? Then you are responsible for everybody. Can't be responsible only for so-called yourself. There is only one mind. The other thing is, since there is only one mind, and when the mind calms down, and my individuality, except for functioning, has ceased to exist, except for practical day-to-day existence, except ceased to exist, then if it is one mind, what thought goes on there should also be understood here, right? Or no? But then it's like a crown of thorns. So you should know how to differentiate and get only what you want and don't get, otherwise it's like a bombardment. Everything that's going on is sounding here. You come to a point when you don't care anymore. I mean, it's okay. Long ago, when I was a young apprentice to the Himalayan master, one day I told Babaji, oh, Babaji, you know, some people are saying that they can read thoughts and know thoughts and things like that. So, what about me? I also want to know thoughts. He said, are you serious? First he called me a Buddhu. Then he said, are you serious? I said, yes. Then he said, okay. He said, you do such and such a thing every day for 40 days. So I lit a lamp and placed it in front of a smoked glass and looked at the flame and so on. Under his instructions. Don't go and sit from tomorrow. Because it will be a problem for me. I was sitting and staring, one bhoot came out, it has possessed me, now please help me. So, after some time, there are people who are very close to me sometimes. Every time they go to a dentist and have a tummy ache, send me an SMS. I can't handle it. So, even somebody told me the piles are paining. What am I to do? I said the Atman cannot enter that cavity. So anyway, so I put the lamp and sat down and looked at the flame, whatever, some pranayam. After even before 40 days, a few days, strange things started happening, which is like you suddenly started getting bombarded by thoughts. First I thought something is going wrong with me, I'm going crazy. It was other people's thoughts. You go near anybody that. And the worst thing was it is not thought. I don't know if you know this. Each thought becomes a form. It has a thought form. So sometimes you had some thought forms which is horrible looking, like a combination of a crab and a lobster, and with a human face, and things like horrid things coming towards you. And then when you look carefully, you see that it is coming from somebody. Then you know this guy is thinking about something terrible. After exactly 1 week of this terrible thing, I went to Babaji and fell at his feet and said, "Can you take this away from me? I don't want this." He said, "मैंने तुमको पहले ही बताया था. I told you before you started, you have not reached the stage where you can do this. But you were in a hurry. So what can I do? So now you keep it." I said, "Please take it off. Don't put." Then after a great deal of pleading, he said, "No, you don't want this." I said, "Babaji, I don't want it. 100%, don't ask me after 100%. He gave me one shot on my head. Finished. But now, after so many years, the mind has, I think, matured enough to deal with crabs and lobsters. There used to be a great saint in Delhi, a Sufi saint, whose name was Nizamuddin Aulia. There's a railway station also, Nizamuddin. He had this very peculiar habit of going for the Friday prayers with a blindfold on his eyes. We had an assistant who used to guide him, because once you have a blindfold, you can't walk. The strange thing is, he went only on Fridays for the prayer. That particular day, you tie a blindfold and a boy would lead him to the mosque to pray. So one day this boy asked him, "Sir, why are you wearing a blindfold and going?" Okay? He said, "Do you want the blindfold?" He said, "Yeah. I also want to see why." He took it out and said, "This Friday you tie the blindfold, I lead you to the mosque." So that Friday he led him to the mosque. They sat down. Just before the prayer started, people were sitting and just praying to themselves before the ritual prayers. Suddenly, this boy started shouting loudly, the one with the blindfold. So Babaji asked him, Nizamuddin Baba asked him, "Why are you shouting?" He said, "No, I can't bear this. Is what happened?" He said, "With this blindfold on, I'm looking at all the people sitting here for prayer. Only their bodies are like human beings. Their faces, some are like jackals, some are like horrible creatures, dogs, pigs. What is happening to me?" He said, "Now you know why I'm trying this blindfold. Because there are many with human bodies, but the minds are still like wild animals. Because I'm looking for a good disciple. So I want to find one which has a human body and a human head. Now you know." He said. It's like that. We have human bodies. We think we have evolved. We have human faces. But deep inside, we have to examine if we are cats or cats are okay, soft and nice. Jackals or wolves or dogs also, there are some good dogs. Our dogs are very gentle creatures. So, this is very important to know. All I am saying is, since it is Gurupurnima, before you go for bhojan, look at oneself and see where we are. And how do we find out? Before every act, look at the motive. Why am I doing this? That's all you need to do. Very simple. Before you act, before you speak, before a thought, when a thought enters your mind, hold for a second and say, what is my motive? Why am I doing this? I'm telling you, mostly 99% you will see that you're not doing it for moksha. 100%. Be something else, definitely. The moment every activity and every thought is directed towards attaining the truth or attaining liberation, you can leave me. There is no need of instruction. That's one thing. Third thing I want to tell you is, if you're serious and you're listening carefully, one listening is enough. You don't have to come back again. That one is coming back again and again means the listening has not taken place. So, evening we will talk about something. Now this is the talk of examining yourself. So this Gurupurnima, decide that I am going to look at myself in a mirror which is not clouded by my own prejudices, which is clear and nice, in which I can actually see my image. And if I see some flaws, I should start correcting them. If that correction starts, then the Gurupurnima is great. It's happened. So, I am here to enter your hearts, not the piles, hearts, and teach you how to move forward. And the first step is examine yourself. Don't blame others. What was that? Don't blame others. Look at yourself. The problem may be you, not the other person. It's so easy to put something on another person. Say, well, I'm a good person, this guy is not behaving properly. Can we look at ourselves? Kabir Das said, "Bura jo dekhne mein chala, bura na miliya koi. Jab dil khoja apna mujhsa bura na koi." If Kabir can say that, what about us, mortals? So, the spiritual path is not about having healing workshops and healing the well-healed or doing things like that. The spiritual path is to examine yourself first and do some honest job to earn your living. Yeah, you can, if you know Ayurveda, you can massage, but that's a different matter. So I think the message has got in, or it has not. Especially when people read the autobiography and then come to see me for the first time, they expect that I will be coming from the room from above the trees like this. They're quite disappointed. This fellow is walking. And they are also, I'm glad that people don't think that I exist on thin air and provide food sometimes. Yoga and meditation, the spiritual path, it is not practiced to fly in the air, or to walk on water, or to sit in the fire. Other day somebody said he's sitting inside a home kund. I got quite worried. I went to see because I thought he must be having some kind of a protection on his bums or something. So I just wanted to see, so I went. So happened that the home kund is so huge And Homa is going on in one corner and this fellow is sitting in the other side. So all these are just, the greatest miracle is when you plant a seed in the earth and look at it every day. How does it sprout? It's a great thing. It's a great miracle. And then it becomes a tree. And then it in turn gives you seeds. What better miracle is there on this earth? Do we have to do anything? Can't we see it around us? Few years ago, this peepal tree was planted. It was very small. Now it's become big. It's giving us shade to sit under it. See, the leaves are heart-shaped. And they make a lot of sound when the wind comes. In fact, in Telugu we call it Ragimanam.
दो चीज़ लिखी है, एक तो आपको अर्पण है और एक मैं अभी यहाँ बैठा था जब आपका इंतजार कर रहे थे, तो इतना सुंदर ये माहौल था तो मुझे लगा कि किसी प्रेरणा हुई कि कुछ लिखा जाए। तो पहले आपको अर्पण करने की जो मैंने कल लिखा था, मैं अकिंचन क्या कर सकूं अर्पण तुम्हें, तुम जनक सम नृप सदा सब लोक के। मैं अकिंचन क्या कर सकूं अर्पण तुम्हें, तुम जनक सम नृप सदा सब लोक के। शिव हृदय हो शिवो मैं तव प्रवास है, श्री गुरु निष्ठ ईश संतृप्त प्रतिश्वास है। सूक्ष्म स्थूल परा अपरा सदैव सब सिद्ध तुम, सूक्ष्म स्थूल परा अपरा सदैव सब सिद्ध तुम, भाव ध्यान सब मोक्ष से परिपूर्ण हो। बहती स्नेह की गंगा सदा, चिर प्रेम आकुल प्राण होते तुमसे ही है तृप्त सदा। सच्चित आनंद परिपूर्ण हो तुरीय में स्थित सदा, मन वचन और कर्म से नित्य बुद्ध जीवन। जो राम में तुलसी है निष्ठ, जो राम में तुलसी है निष्ठ, जो निर्गुण में साईं सदा, हो निज भाव था तव चरण में अश्रु पूरित निवेदन सदा। मैं अकिंचन क्या कर सकूं अर्पण तुम्हें, तुम जनक सम नृप सदा के।
अब ये पब्लिक करने वाली बात नहीं है। ये अपने मन में रखने वाली बात है। ठीक है, चलो ये आप तो बोल दिए अभी सब कुछ,
मैं आगे ध्यान रखूँगा। ये पब्लिक वाली बात है। ये ऐसा हृदय में
मैं छुप के जीता हूँ तो
आप कहो तो बोल। सुंदर सुमधुर सुगंधमय, प्रतिकण प्रतिप्राण आनंदमय, विभोर मन शांत चित्त सभी, प्रेम यज्ञ में दे रहे आहुति अहम की। सर्व आश्रय क्लेश से मुक्त आज, गुरु सानिध्य में युक्त आत्म आनंद आज, विभोर मन शांत चित्त सभी, प्रेम यज्ञ में दे रहे आहुति अहम। संज्ञा भान निज अस्तित्व मान, गुरु चरण रज में विलय होते सर्वज्ञान, विभोर मन शांत चित्त सभी, प्रेम यज्ञ में दे रहे आहुति अहम की।
आशीर्वाद।
People say that we take our birth on what good and bad deeds we have done. At the beginning, how we were, like first were everybody human beings or everybody animals, or how was it at the beginning?
I'll tell you after 4 years. Sit down. When you reach, what class are you now? You finish your degree, then we'll discuss this matter seriously. Why I'm saying is that by that time you would have already got some clues. Now you won't have. Then you give me the clues, then we'll work from there. You know, everybody knows here, most people, you also know, that I don't provide ready-made answers. I give food for thought, so people think. And when they think and when they find the answer, you can discuss with me. I can say it's right or wrong, right? And then you will completely understand it because it will be your answer, not mine. When I give you an answer, it will be a second-hand answer. What I will explain all this to you right now, you'll say, M sir, Sri M said like that. I don't know. let it come. Okay? But I'm glad that you're already started asking these questions. Very important. You should ask. We appreciate people who ask. Nothing can be found without asking. Thank you.